Test. What's up, guys? What's going on? This is a heavy video to make. It's going to be really quick. Before I begin, you have one more day to grab the Order 66 Blacked Out Stealth Edition. We did this last year, but this year I improved on the actual quality. Last year's was great, but this year's we improved on the quality with the hoodie, and we made it a little bit heavier, a little nicer of a fit. You got the raised, embroidered Order 66. Again, very simple design, but the point is to be extremely stealth like the dark side. So link is in the description. You got 1 day left. Monday is the cap. It was actually supposed to finish on Friday, but a lot of you wanted me to increase it until Monday because you get paid over, I don't know, next few days or whatever. So anyways, now onto the video. Star Wars is pretty dead. I don't even feel too inclined to be making videos. I just feel like Disney has just, really, it's just beyond fatigue. It's like kind of a joke at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the channel back to basics, back to what made the channel popular in the first place. You know, over 1 million subscribers in just about a year from inception. And I think that's true testament to the kind of content that I was covering. And maybe, you know, whatever, my style of doing things, whatever. But I'm going to take things back to comics, fan fictions, some animations here and there, all while I prepare for Vader Episode 2, which is being made right now as we speak in animated form. And I'll have something for you guys very soon to show you. I'll also be covering a lot of the bonus DVD stuff. I'll also be covering a lot of the old Lucasfilm books, like George Lucas era books, you know, the making of Revenge of the Sith, the making of Return of the Jedi, all the first 6 movies, the art of all of those first 6 movies, the blueprints of the prequel trilogy. Got a really cool book on that. The Star Wars Archives. We're going to be taking things back to kind of the original basics, somewhat pre-Disney, to be honest here. I just don't feel as inclined to be covering new canon stuff, new Disney stuff. I will be, as time goes on, if something really catches my interest. But to stay up to date with everything, I just don't feel like it really aligns with Star Wars, in my opinion, and what George created. With a lot of the stuff that, you know, that's why I stopped covering the Vader comics. I was so on it, right, for so many years, and they just kind of deviated and made Vader kind of a joke and Luke kind of a joke, and you know, finding the blue lightsaber, throwing it away, then making a yellow one, and it just became kind of ridiculous. So if there's something that interests me, I'm going to cover it. You know, obviously new shows and stuff, we're going to do watch parties, but for the most part, I really want to go back to the basics of the channel, and I know that's not going to be the general consensus, the general interest of, you know, Weekend Warrior Star Wars fans, but at the heart of the core Star Wars fans, I think a lot of people will be really excited for it, really interested. And I see it in the numbers. I see a lot of you guys are showing up to watch those kinds of videos. So I appreciate it. So just want to give this little update that, yeah, I know Star Wars is pretty dead right now, and I don't know when it'll be revived, when it'll come back. I hope soon. But in the meantime, I just want you to know that I'll be taking things back to Dark Horse Comics, prequel trilogy, original trilogy, Clone Wars, behind-the-scenes stuff, and as much unique content that I can make from stuff that we don't really hear from anymore. So let me know what's one thing that you want me to cover the most. Are you into the comics, the fan fictions, behind-the-scenes, bonus DVDs, the art of, the making of? What's your pick your poison? You know, what's your interest? And I'll focus on that and I'll make it happen. I also have another channel that I just started and I'm really excited about. We're releasing the first video in just a few days here. It's called Theories Tales. And these are all going to be original short stories by me. And I'm going to be narrating all of them, doing the voices. I'll eventually hire voice actors for different characters, perhaps. But sky is really the limit. It's essentially fan fictions in my style of writing. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to writing and not being, you know, beholden to, you know, the Star Wars universe, which I feel like I've covered like every fan fiction that there is and different renditions of it almost. So I'm excited for this new channel and I hope you'll join it. I'll also put the link in the description along with the merch. If you guys want to grab it, it's the last day it's available. Use code THEORY at checkout for a discount. And if you're a member, you got your 15% discount as well. So yeah, bit of a weird video. Didn't want to have to make this, but I mean, with the state of things, even myself, you know, I notice it in people's interests, and people aren't too interested in Star Wars all that much right now. So it's kind of very, very dry. So I want to take things back and be like, yeah, you know what? Instead of not making any content, I want to make content that I really enjoy. So I'm going to go back to the basics, back to the stuff that really made the channel popular in the very beginning. And I'm looking really forward to that because it makes me happy. And you guys can probably tell in my cadence and my energy of the videos that I make. When I make those videos, I'm genuinely excited. Like I'm happy. Like that little kid sparks up again and he's like awake. He's like, oh, cool. Yeah, let's talk about this. So I think it's just better for all of us right now. And yeah, I'm going to go for that. So let me know what you want to see and I will oblige. I will gladly cover anything from the old stuff, pre-Disney 2012 stuff. And then as interesting things come out, with Disney, Star Wars, I'll definitely be hopping on it. But for the meantime, yeah, let's go back to the basics. Back to George Lucas, back to Star Wars. Thanks so much for watching today's vid. Leave a thumbs up. May the Force be with you, always.